It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and it's time for the Aldi Oktoberfest launch. Not as big as the Lidl. Lidl had loads of different food items, a box of 10 beers. I thought it was great, absolutely fantastic. We're still working our way through the Lidl box, but you're not here, are you, to talk about Lidl and their Oktoberfest? You're here for the Aldi Oktoberfest. So what do we have? We have 4 beers from Aldi, all coming in at £1.99 each. One very familiar, sold all over the UK, Franziskaner Weissbier. That's not really much to talk about, only that everybody knows about this beer. It's been around for such a long time. I think maybe Aldi just chucked this in just to make sure that they had enough of an Oktoberfest festival. The next one, and the next 3 beers are kind of imported German beers made for Oktoberfest. Although, no, actually, this Spaten is not. This is just the regular Spaten lager. This is Franziskaner Spaten Brewery, or Spaten Franziskaner Brewery. So it's the same company as Franziskaner, and this is their Spaten Munich original from Munich lager, and it's 5.2% ABV. There's a look at the bottle cap. You've got a malt shovel there on the top. Everybody's probably heard of Erdinger with their Weissbier. This is their Oktoberfest. This would be imported from Germany, and this is 5.7% ABV. That's not bad, is it? 5.7% ABV for a, well, 500ml, £1.99 bottle of lager. And then, last but not least, we have Paulaner Oktoberfest beer. Now, this is widely renowned. This is probably the biggest selling Oktoberfest beer sold in September and October in Germany. This is 6% ABV. Again, fantastic price for £1.99. If you think 6% ABV, £1.99 in Aldi, that's a fantastic price. Only because if you go to places like Tesco or Marks and Spencer's, you can buy Paulaner's Weissbier and it'll cost you like £2.15, £2.20 a bottle. The regular lager, the Munich lager from Paulaner in Tesco's is probably the best part of £2.30 a bottle. So to undercut that for £1.99 and get a 6% beer from Paulaner, I think it's fantastic value for money. And then the next one, a bit of a peculiar one, this is Brewdog's Oktoberfest. Don't know much about it, went into Aldi, found it there. Now this was, I believe, let me double check the price, this is £13.99. But it comes in at 4.7% ABV. And I think that's kind of, Brewdog, I think they may have just relabeled their lost lager into Oktoberfest, because for me, well, you've just seen the ABV, 6%, 5.7, 5.2, 5%. They're all stronger lagers, Oktoberfest beers, and that's the whole point of Oktoberfest, is for stronger lager. So for Brewdog to bring out a 4.7% ABV can of Oktoberfest, well, it's a bit rubbish, isn't it? But let's not say it's rubbish without trying it. Now, these have come straight from the supermarket. What I noticed in the supermarket in Aldi was how cold it was in there. Even the ladies on the checkouts had gloves on. They were freezing in there with all the fridges. So this is a pretty cool lager. There's a look at it. So again, Brewdog are always quick and snappy at jumping on bandwagons, if you like, jumping on kind of these Oktoberfest things, or if there's a political event, they'll jump on, they'll always be quick to jump on something rather quick. But they got to get it right, haven't they? They can't just produce a beer at 4.7% ABV and try and pull the wool over the British public's eyes. Oktoberfest for me needs to be at least 5.7% ABV. So there's a look at it. There's the can. We got a 2 to 3 finger white head, good levels of carbonation, straw coloured beer. It probably would have been good to get a can of Lost Lager to compare it. I might do that in a future video. And there will be a thorough, I'm thinking of actually putting up the Brewdog Oktoberfest beer against an actual German Oktoberfest beer, just to kind of like, not put Brewdog to shame, but just to show the working man, you people who watch this, that hey, come on Brewdog, at least make an effort with the ABV, brew a proper Oktoberfest beer, not a rebadged Lost Lager. Let's get the aroma then on this beer. It smells nothing like Oktoberfest beer. It's a little hoppy, it's a little grainy. But it's also a little farty. It's got a weird kind of... almost like that kind of almost, that awful hint of rotten cabbage going on. Rotting vegetables, which is DMS. It's actually a kind of off flavour, an infection in the beer. But let's get into it. Let's not completely write it off. Let's taste it. Cheers, everyone. Oh my goodness me. That is really bland and boring. That is just typifies British lager, this. Absolutely typifies British lager and the way British breweries treat lager in general. This is so boring, so boring. There's nothing to it. A little bit of carbonation, and then I'm struggling for any hops, although there's a little bitterness coming through on the back of the palate. It's a little grainy. It's a nothing beer. I mean, how far Brewdog have fallen. It's unbelievable. Brewdog, back in the day, used to do collaborations with Germany's oldest brewer, Weihenstephanen. They know how to brew a good beer, Brewdog. They know. They've been to Germany. They brew beer in Germany. Weihenstephanen, Germany's oldest brewer, they know what they're doing. They can do it. But what have they chosen to do? They've chosen to be lazy. They've chosen to make a box of cheap lager, jumping on the Oktoberfest bandwagon. And quite frankly, they've either rushed this to market, they've either produced a lot of it and thought maybe we'll try and sell it to Tesco or Morrison's. Tesco and Morrison's are like shaking their head going, we don't even know what Oktoberfest is. And then you've got the German brewers, the German supermarkets, Lidl and Aldi, going, oh yeah, thank you very much. We'll take all of this custom, we'll have all of this beer. And the people who do know what Oktoberfest is in the UK, they will come to our supermarkets. And that's another thing. That's another thing which I'd love to talk about, but I'm running out of time. I mean, we've been talking about beer now for 11 minutes. We need to crack on, don't we? But when are the main 4 supermarkets going to get involved with Oktoberfest? When are they going to realise that Oktoberfest is becoming a world thing? It's becoming a world event, especially in beer. A festival lager. Brewdog have described this as a festival lager, Oktoberfest, brewed in Ellen, 4.7% ABV. It's a really poor beer. It's a really poor example of, again, British lager brewing. Really poor, nothing to it. 5 out of 10. In fact, no, I'm going to go lower. I'm going to go lower because of the 4.7% ABV. It just proves that Brewdog, with all their expertise brewing with Germany's oldest brewer, they got no real interest anymore in producing something decent. They just banged out a 4.7%, nowhere near Oktoberfest strength lager. And to top it all off, they've made it quite terrible. I'm going to say 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. I hope you liked the video. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.